Morning, como tu thought? What is good, my people? It is H.I.M, and today we are reacting to Dave in the Fire, which I believe features Ghetts. I didn't know that they did this song, and it's because of the way Dave releases music on YouTube. He never puts his features on there. It's just a song title, which is cool because like when you listen to the song, it's a nice surprise. But if you're trying to like look for something in particular, like Dave makes it kind of hard to find it. Last week I did react to Ghetts and Dave, Xavier and Magneto. A lot of people were saying that Ghetts, had the better verse. You know what I mean? Dave is my number 2 rapper worldwide. Lil Wayne being the best rapper alive in my opinion across the whole globe. In UK rapper wise, Ghetts is in my top 5. Dave is number 1, and I'm not choosing who's a better rapper in that on that song, because like I like both of these guys and I'm sitting on the fence. It's not because Ghetts swept him, and and Dave was number 1 rapper, and I don't want to say he had the weaker verse. Has nothing to do with that. Like, I want to just throw out the disclaimer out there. It's because like for me, listening to both of these guys, right, as somebody from the from the States, right, my ears naturally gravitate towards Dave's verses, verse in that song because of his cadence and his flow, and it's easier to understand for me, right? Ghetts goes full on like I don't want to go full on UK, like he's a UK rapper, right? But he clearly has an accent that's unfamiliar to a lot of US speakers. So when they listen to Ghetts, right, before the States, we really have to pay attention, because like we're gonna miss a bar or two because like the accent's unfamiliar with us. And even I would argue too in the States, right, if you're from the East Coast, you like listen to like a rapper from the South, you got a hard time understanding them. Like look at the whole Young Thug song, like man, like people from the South understood what he was saying. People on the West in the East Coast had a hard time. So like it even happens in the US. It's just a whole accent thing. But anyway, before we get into this reaction, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like the notification bell, especially if you want more reactions like this from me. Any reaction or question, let me know down in those comments below. If you enjoy my reaction, please share with your people. It goes a long way in growing our community. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction, my people. Dale.
I belong to the noisy crew.
Ooh. I like the sample.
You see, we shout when we get happy. That's the way we Christians do. Oh,
have you been tried in that fire? I heard bullets sing higher than Mariah and choir. Spent a lot of time trapping, now I'm trying to retire. But this shit runs in my blood and I'm the guy they require. Yeah, these guns don't bring nothing but prison and death still.
That don't sound like Dave and or Ghetts. So this song must have multiple people on it, I'm assuming. The song is 7 minutes long, because that's not Dave. So I don't know who that is. So I'm gonna have a hard time figuring out who's who. Well, I know Dave's like voice, and I think I know. Depending on how Ghetts is rapping, he's going into that grind bag. I may or may not know if it's Ghetts or not. But all right, let me run it back a little bit. I was a little thrown off there because I thought I was gonna come in with either Dave or Ghetts, but yeah.
Sing higher than Mariah and choir. Spent a lot of time trapping, now I'm trying to retire. But this shit runs in my blood and I'm the guy they require. Yeah, these guns don't bring nothing but prison and death still. All my niggas just admire the fire. Bro, squeeze any miss, but we admire a trial. Finesse kid, you can never lie to a liar.
Bro, squeezing he missed, but we admire okay. People admire the fire, like pyromaniacs, but it's not the kind of fire. It's a fire when like okay. We getting these bars today.
Just admire the fire.
I don't know who you are though.
Miss, but we admire a trial. Finesse kid, you can never lie to a liar. Fred got the fire, I fire for days. I gotta write them in my notes, they'll be igniting the page. Grinding in cold nights, putting light to the flame. Now there's no flame, that can melt the ice in my chain. Yeah, I really put the ice and rice for the cane.
What just happened?
Me and Santan, you won't see nothing like this again. That's my young boys again, on the glide with the flame. I just really hope your block came with fire escapes. Before my entrance, I took the fire exit, tried and tested, about 20 times arrested.
Yo, let me look up who's on the song, because like I don't know if that was I don't know if that I don't think that this person I'm thinking about, because like I'm thinking about Kano, but I don't think that was him. All right, my people. So we're back. So it turns out the first verse was from Fredo. I don't know why I thought Kano. Maybe because it rhymes. Second verse is from Meekz, who I'm not really too familiar of who he is. But yeah, let's continue.
Before my entrance, I took the fire exit, tried and tested, about 20 times arrested, 2 times guilty, no comment, I guess they guessed it, couple times better, no forensics, this a DZ pendant, I don't need a necklace, we stay protected and connected, it's the energies I'm blessed with, and now they watching like Netflix, had me doing next shit, trying to get rich, but what's rich, took more losses than Boris, I sold more boxes than the post office, 21 in jail, it took me so solid, why you think my vision's sick, I changed the game with my brain, and so robotic. If you fell in my fire, you probably roast on it. Heat up the stove and put hope on it. Cause they don't care about our lives, I put my soul on it. I'm done trying to be somebody to some nobodies. I'm being so honest, and they don't know porridge. Fire burning while I'm watching how you learn.
This right here is Ghetts. And I don't even like look to see it. I know that's Ghetts.
And then guns busting, tigers turning, that's a Russian and a German. That's your phone ringing, you can hear the beat. You won't be saved by the bell when you hear the screech. And it's so deep, open.
Bro, bar. You don't be saved by Saved by the Bell TV show in the U.S. 90s. Screech, sort of like the Steve Urkel of Saved by the Bell, like nerdy skinny kid. But you won't be saved by the Screech, because like when you out the that kind of like bar.
Ocean, there's man escaping some shells they can barely see. Me and bro raising hell, we gon' share the heat. Then put us in the same cell, we gon' share the sleep. I'm my brother's keeper, it's deeper. I'm my brother's leader, speaker. I'm the eldest, the one who had to make a name so the bells ring, so nobody would trouble my siblings.
And he's still on the save, man. He's still on the Save the Bell scheme, man.
We gon' share the sleep. I'm my brother's keeper, it's deeper. I'm my brother's leader, speaker. I'm the eldest, the one who had to make a name so the bells ring, so nobody would trouble my siblings in this whirlwind. My older cousin wasn't known for nothing, never had no one I could call, but I was old in something. I'm digging deep with this tool like I'm known for plumbing, something in your chest like it's Robitussin.
God. Oh, digging like this tool like I'm a plumber, man, because you know what I mean. Then he said something about so I think something in your chest like Robitussin, because like he's digging, and then he like robots. Okay, you guys can read in between lines. You guys know what I'm trying to say. You guys know what he's saying, man. Like bar, my people, bar.
I'm digging deep with this tool like I'm known for plumbing, something in your chest like it's Robitussin. Word to us.
And it's not that kind of tool. It's the UK kind of tool, like the Rambo kind of tool. He's digging deep.
I burnt all this. I stood in front of all 3 dragons and heard Jakaris, and now we're jumping out G-wagons and murking parties.
And cut it out. You barring after bar after bar after bar. It's just fun.
Something in your chest like it's Robitussin. Word to arseness, I burnt all this. I stood in front of all 3 dragons and heard Jakaris, and now we're jumping out G-wagons and murking parties. Man are coming out with these bangers and dirty dancing. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I uplift my girl like I'm Swayze in the water. And if it's already written, maybe I'm the author. So accustomed to the fire, I get shivers when I'm naked in the sauna. How? Many times have they mistaken me for Scorcher. I'm looking in the mirror saying, Justin, just cool now. Sing it all downstairs and tell him just bring me water. Until Ghetts, I put something in the formula. I'm focused, I don't need to burn the kush. This is Moses speaking to the burning bush. I stood in front of the fire and learned to cook. Finished my verse and never heard a hook.
Riskiest numbers, this jungle stick for your youngers. He's hungry, picked off the fungus. Kept humble, slipped him 100. Yeah, lived in a dungeon. Those Air Max, which nigga stung them? Can't walk in my shoes. you could be risking a bunion. The government's twisted, I cover this shift to cover this Christmas. Forget them old friends, I'm done with those pictures. They color coded, my brothers and sisters. Running with them, you're a brother but you running with him. Try accusing me of colorism. Blinded cause you look at me with tunnel vision. I was falling, but I've gone and risen. Is this nigga trusty or sideshow Bob when he's creeping on crusty? Streets keep me tussling, people disgust me. Racist disease, that shit that disgusts me. Don't touch me on the streets with a sweeper, cause the streets pretty dusty, and I've always got love for.
That's the bars. In the streets with a sweeper, but the streets are pretty dusty. Cause when you up with the and you just like that, okay. Bar Giggs' flow and cadence is very different, especially if you compare it to Fredo and Ghetts. Like, it's very chill, very laid back, very mellow, and I think it's a nice like juxtaposition like between the guys. I mean, honest with you, I'm wondering how Dave's gonna come in. He's gonna come back in with the energy, or we're gonna keep it at the same level. We're gonna find out.
Genuine people that bust me, Santan and the gang advisor. I'ma check him out, I'ma analyzer. She was calling me an antagonizer. Let me sanitize, where's the sanitizer? Just flutter by, he said, Giggs, can you handle this? He said, float like a butterfly. I bring truth, but they love a lie. Plans, I'm the man you should run them by.
In the fire, been tried.
This is Dave.
Affected the way I've been wired inside. You can hide or glide. I could have been deported. That's the definition of a fight or flight. You can type all you like. I know about homeless immigration. They took me from my mum's arms. Fuck a gun charge, 2 swords. I'm a Ronin. Blaszczykowski, I'm trying to score with a Polish. Pain.
Wait, what did he just say? Did he? Okay, so I got the whole 2 swords. I'm a Ronin. Because, like, if you know what a Ronin is, he's a master samurai. So he's saying, like, he's in a, he can get deported from the country he's in because he's, doesn't have a master, blah, blah, blah. I get that. Bar. But did he just also have an Akatsuki bar as well? Did I hear that correctly? That's what really made me stop.
Like, I know about homeless immigration. They took me from my mum's arms. Fuck a gun charge, 2 swords. I'm a Ronin. Blaszczykowski, I'm trying to score with a Polish. Pain in my eyes.
Okay, that's not what he said. So I don't know what that word means, but I'm assuming it has something to do with Polish. He said, I think it could. Is it? Let me hear it one more time. Hold up.
I know about homeless immigration. They took me from my mum's arms. Fuck a gun charge, 2 swords. I'm a Ronin. Blaszczykowski, I'm trying to score with a Polish.
Yeah, no idea what that bar is. I mean, what that word is, but it sounds like a bar. So I'm gonna give Dave the benefit of the doubt because it sounds cool. Like, it sounds fire. Like, you know what I mean?
Pain in my eyes. Plans of me staying in a guide with a vision of this change in my life. Crimes on the rise, hate's on the rise. Feel like everything but my mum's pay's on the rise. Did you come through? That's the question. Affording a burner was never man's problem. Adoption, we couldn't find homes for the weapons. By the station, we got polls, no election. In the fire, been tested.
By the station, we got polls, no election. So many weapons, couldn't find home for the. Okay. Bar. And then, like, also too, it's kind of crazy how this song was dropped in 2021 and it's still relevant, in 2025 in regards to, like, inflation, people's incomes, like, not meeting the cost of living. Like, this, again, Dave dropped this 4 years ago, my people, and it's still ringing home and true today. And I don't know if that's a good thing in terms of, there's been no really growth or progression, or we've been set back, or it's a bad thing because, like, well, that would be the bad thing. The good thing being that Dave, obviously, is somewhat of a prolific rapper where he can kind of see where things are going. He can put it in his music. That would be the good thing. How I started would be the bad thing. I'm a mess today. I'm a mess.
Before I had money, it was time I invested. Nothing changed, still time I invested. Watch game delicate, Tutankhamun, there's money in skeletons. All I gotta do is point, they're gonna sever his head and tell that we're better as friends. Nights that I can't remember with some people I could never forget. Casa Cruz, it could bet in a shred. Don't make me call a young gunner on the back of a ped, slapping a lead. Civilians grabbing your friends. There's chaos on the main road, they call choppers and tents. All because of some shit that you said. I got killers with me, and they love me. They make a man's heart stop. This shit you find horrifying then gets laughed off. I'm like Meekz, bro, won't stop, can't stop. Yeah, it's kinda different when the fire's what you start from.
Listen, that right there is real life. Essentially, he's saying that, listen, like, um, a small situation can turn into something it doesn't need to turn into. With all these people, cops, people, you know, I got my people with me, and the thing that you don't find funny, which means like one of your homies, you know, happen to getting packed up or whatever the case may be. Like, we find that funny, but like you might not find that funny, but it's all started because of something you did, very small, intentional, disrespectful, and look at where we're at right now. Because like you saying, look, my guys love me enough to make a heart stop. Like, listen, be careful how you moving out there in these streets, my people. Be careful how you moving, because like you don't know who knows who and who got, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not ready to of the consequences of your actions, then just you know what I mean, mind your business. You know, don't try to, you know, be a big man just to be a big man, because like it's probably not going to end well for you, or it might not end well for the people that surround you. You know what I mean? Don't put other people in positions to, you know, have quote unquote a hard stop because of like how you moving, because like everybody got that crash out in their squad. You know what I mean? Don't let that person put a battery in your back and make you act. You know what? Like, listen to Dave. That this is a cautionary tale. This is a cautionary tale. This sample is Chef's Kiss, my people. One hand, two hands, Chef's Kiss.
Do your research. Travel. Go really see the corners of the world that
Facts
are alien to you, really do interest you.
Facts.
And you know, because in due process, then you'll meet new people, and then those people will tell you new stories. And then you become a voice for the voiceless.
Facts,
you should ask
man.
that really and truly where he goes to find himself, because I don't know anything. I'm just speculating. More importantly, for you and your family, you then get to ask the questions and answer the questions about where you were made, like where you come from, where you're going. London, Lagos, LA. The journey is the film.
Facts. Like, nothing that guy said there was a lie, my people. Pay attention. Like, Dave said this, man. I forget the name of the song, but he was like, listen, you know, summer's the coldest season, right? Where as of 6/5, we're 15 days away from summer. Summer is the coldest season. You can lose your life at a party for the smallest reason, my people. Be careful with how you're moving out there. It's hot outside. You know, when it gets hot outside, people start acting stupid. And you got to remind yourself, you know, not everything is worth your time. Not everything is worth the problems that come with it. I'm not saying don't stand up for yourself or anything along those lines. Don't stand up for the people that surround you. If something is, you know, unjust or just people moving wrong, or people in a manner that's like putting people around you in danger, you know what I mean, or in harm's way, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, like, don't do stupid stuff, because when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So if you out here acting reckless and acting dumb, you know, you're gonna win a stupid prize. That's all I'm trying to say. Careful out there with how you're moving out in these streets. Move with intelligence. Like, move like you got a brain. Please, my people, please. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.